What's up guys, Shukesh Bonik here. This is the final review on this new Motorola Moto G 3rd generation, that is the 2015 model, and I've been using this device for like 1 week now, and so far it's a very interesting device actually. Though there is stock Android interface, the subtle software features and tweaks are worth noticing, and this phone is rich in hardware, software, multimedia, a complete package, and the look and the feel of this phone is quite premium. I like this Moto design, though it's a very thick phone, 11.6mm, and the weight is 155 gram, which is on the heavier side, but I don't mind this extra weight. Heavy phones feel quite solid in hand. Now the price of this device is 12,999 rupees in India on Flipkart only, and there is also an 8GB variant which you should never get, priced at 11,999, and that one also has half the RAM of this one, that is only 1GB of RAM. Now the beauty of stock Android is it's super fast, there is nothing to stop it, and you can also have a taste of the real Android. You can always customize the interface with third-party launchers, so I think stock Android devices have the edge of swift interface, lower price tag, and faster Android upgrades. Now the beautiful display over here is a 5 inches IPS LCD display with 1280 by 720, that is HD resolution, and the PPI is 294, which is really great. You can barely notice any pixel, and the color rendering is also superb. The brightness of this IPS panel is also decent, especially in sunlight, and there is Corning Gorilla Glass 3 on this display, which is shatterproof, and there is also olive coating. That's why it's very smooth as well. Now as you can see, the viewing angles are not great on this Moto G3. If you compare it side by side with a Super AMOLED display on the Galaxy J5, then you can easily notice the color and brightness dimming at different angles. But don't worry, the front view is as good as Super AMOLED, if not better. Regarding Moto G3 versus J5 or J7, I have separate videos in my channel, so check that out. Just one thing I can mention here, Moto G3 outperformed the J5 in speed test and also in the benchmarks. Now below the display there you get the loudspeaker, which also works as the microphone. Unfortunately this is the only speaker on the phone. As you know, Moto G's 2nd generation had dual stereo speakers, so it's a downgrade, I'll say. The speaker is extremely loud, one of the loudest I have ever heard on a smartphone. It's ample for indoor as well as outdoor, and I think the clarity is slightly sacrificed for the added volume. The ear speaker is also decently loud, and there is no LED notification light here at the top because Motorola has included something called Moto Display. That is, if you pick up the phone from a stable condition, the display will actually show a preview of your notifications and also the current timing. I will discuss about this later on, so let's move on. There you get the proximity and ambient light sensors and a front-facing 5MP fixed focus camera with full HD recording. It also records 720p slow-mo videos, and the rear camera is a 13MP shooter with full HD recording as well. There is a dual LED flash, which is basically a dynamic CCT flash for better white balance, and it's extremely bright as well. Now there is a nice gesture. If you just twist your wrist twice, you can launch the camera right away, and twisting again will launch the front-facing camera. This works anywhere, anytime on the phone, even when the phone is password locked and the display is off. So this is a nice gesture and it's very handy. Again, with a double karate chop motion, you can trigger the torch at the back. So it's great to see some added features into this stock Android device. At the top there you get the 3.5mm headphone jack along with a secondary microphone for noise cancellation. That's nice for added clarity during calls, and the power key is textured. The volume rocker is placed just below this, which is the right place. Samsung should also move their volume rocker from right to left. At the bottom there you get the micro USB port for charging as well as data syncing. Now, though this port is open, this device is IPX7 certified water resistant, that is, it can withstand immersion in up to 3 feet of fresh water for up to 30 minutes, and it's not dust proof though. The back cover is still removable and the battery, which is of 2470 mAh, is built in. There you get the SIM card 1 slot, which is 4G capable, and the SIM card 2 slot is here. The microSD card is expandable up to 32 gig, and the internal space for this model is 16 gig. As you know, I got more than 11 gig free, and on the 8 gig variant you will get around 4.5 gig free, which is below par, so don't get that model. You can of course move your installed apps data to your external SD card, but there is a very small portion that still remains in the system storage, and within few months you will run out of storage. This is the headphone you get with this device, which is a basic earphone. The build quality is not bad and the earpieces are decently sounding, I'll say, above my expectation, and though the volume level is not groundbreaking, the bass and the clarity are quite good actually. I was slightly surprised at first. Overall, this is a decent headset, but if you are a music lover, then better get a premium one. Let's get back to the device here, and I hope that you are finding this video very helpful. I'm trying to cover each and every part of this device. You can support me by giving this video a thumbs up and also subscribing to this channel if you please. Now, I mentioned at the start of this video, this stock Android device packs some hidden software features and tweaks that are quite innovative and interesting. There is a feature called Smart Lock, which enables you to unlock the phone with your voice or your face. These are the two options you must check on this Moto G 3rd Gen. The voice method actually uses Google Now and Trusted Places records your location, that is your home or office location, and unlocks the phone automatically when you reach that location. Trusted devices can keep your device unlocked when you are connected with your Bluetooth watch or your car's Bluetooth system. An authorized NFC sticker can do the same trick. Last but not the least, when your device is unlocked and you have put the phone into your pocket or bag, then the phone stays unlocked as long as you are moving. So how cool is that? This simple device also packs some added features from Motorola. There is Moto Display, I have already shown you. Let me give you a full demo. This is the option you should check to enable Moto Display. When your phone is resting on the table and you get a notification of a new message, if you pick it up, there will be a notification bubble like this. Just press and hold to get a preview of the message, and you can read the whole message or a part of message if you have multiple notifications. Swipe up to go to the messaging app and read the whole message, or swipe right or left to ignore. The notification strips also show up on the lock screen, and swipe down to read more, swipe left or right to dismiss. You can also control what type of notifications you want on the Moto Display and also on the lock screen, and disable the preview. Just check this option here, and certain app notifications can be blocked as well. So if you don't want those annoying game notifications, then just disable from here. The priority switch here is for the do not disturb mode, that is, you can put exceptions for certain applications in the do not disturb or priority mode. Just hit the volume rocker and you get 3 profile options. The priority mode can be scheduled and you will get notifications only from the apps and games you have allowed. Calls, messages, alarm can be disabled if you wish. Another great feature is the pin windows, that is, you can lock your recent application and access within the app, but you cannot actually close this app. The back button is not working at this moment, and home, multitasking, even the power key don't work. So this might be very helpful in gaming. You will not accidentally close the game, and you can unpin, that is unlock the app, just by pressing and holding the back and multitasking keys simultaneously for a while. So this is a great feature you can check on this Moto G3. Just hit the settings menu and go to security. Then look for the option screen pinning and enable this. You might find this feature useful in reading ebooks and in the browser as well. The primary purpose of a phone is of course calling, and the calling experience on this Moto G 3rd generation is as good as it can be. The messaging experience is also great. The keyboard supports continuous input, and the display glass is very smooth. Swiping feels great, and the keyboard response is also accurate. Your writing experience can be improved in different ways. Just go to the keyboard settings and you can enable different features like autocorrection and suggestions, personalized, and also next word suggestions. I am thinking of uploading a separate video on this Moto G3 showing some tips and tricks and demos of all these smart features, so keep in touch guys. There is another smart feature called Moto Assist. I have already shown you the actions, gestures, and the Moto Assist actually helps you in managing your sound profile when you are in a meeting or sleeping. For example, in a meeting you can allow your priority interruptions, and this can be edited, like you can allow calls from your favorite contacts, or if someone calls you twice in 5 minutes. You can also set auto reply for your favorite contacts and edit the message. You need to add this meeting option for the first time because you don't get this by default. Your office and home locations can be added as well, and you can set what the phone should do when you reach those locations. So when you reach your office, the phone can automatically switch to silent or priority mode. There is another Motorola application called Motorola Migrate, which helps you in moving, that is migrating to this Moto G3. You can copy your contacts, your calendar events from your old phone, whether that's an iPhone, Android, or Windows phone. So this new device from Motorola is offering some absolutely brilliant features and applications without hampering the stock Android. This is the Android browser, that is the Chrome browser, and the browsing experience is great. There is no lag I have experienced so far, and I think the Chrome browser is faster and easier to use than the Android browser. Scrolling and pinching seems quite smooth. This is the official Gadgets portal site, that is gadgetsportal.in, where you can find some camera samples. Now there is a very interesting feature on this Chrome browser. If you just press and hold on a word, you can get the meaning and also the Google search result without leaving the browser. Swiping up will get you the results, and by swiping down you can get back to the browser. So this is a very interesting feature you should check on this device. I always use the devices thoroughly before putting up a review. That's why I have to show you so many things. Be with me guys. Next, I'll show you the camera, which is another field this Moto G 3rd generation excels in. There is no shutter key, you need to just press on the viewfinder and capture images. The shutter speed is very good, there is no delay, and let's get a subject. There I have my Lumia 1320, and the focusing is almost instantaneous. One thing I have to mention here, the minimum focusing distance for this camera is I think around 6 inches, so if you are a macro lover, then you need to place at least 6 inches difference in between the subject and the camera lens. Otherwise it's a great camera, and there are a few interesting features including this focus area control, that is you can place the bubble on the subject to manually focus there, and the exposure can be set as well. I do recommend you to use this feature, and video recording is fixed at 1080p, and slow motion 720p videos can be recorded as well. The front facing camera can also record slow motion videos and full HD videos. As you can see guys, the front cam is quite neat and clean, there is less noise and it's very bright. Overall I am extremely satisfied with the front cam quality. The rear camera is also decent for a 13,000 rupees phone, but in low light the images look slightly faded and noisy. But again, this is an entry-level device, and 13 megapixel resolution is huge. The maximum aperture is f2.0, which is again satisfactory. Galaxy J5 sports a faster f1.9 lens. To know more, you can check the Galaxy J5 versus Moto G3 review, and the camera samples are on my website gadgetsportal.in. Now so far in this review, the device has been quite responsive, there wasn't a single lag or hiccup. The apps also opened almost instantly. I've done speed test in between this Moto G3 and iPhone 6. The G3 has put up great fight against the iPhone. Now the RAM on this device is 2 GB and out of the box I got around 1.3 GB free for the user. After installing lots of games and applications, the free RAM is 862 MB, which is also not bad. Let's kill all the running applications, and as you know, there is another variant with 1 GB of RAM which you should never ever get. I am repeating again and again so that you don't make the mistake. Now the free RAM is 1 GB, which is more than enough for super hardcore gaming. The gaming experience on this Moto G3 is great. I tried high-end games at medium graphics and there wasn't any issue. You can easily play almost all the games on the Play Store. The Antutu benchmark score is respectable 23,769, and here is the breakup. You can pause and check. Next, let's check the Nina Mark II score, and I got more than 55 FPS, which is again decent. On 3DMark Gamers benchmark, the score is 4475, which is again not bad considering the price and category of the device. Moto G3 supports 10-point multitouch, and the CPU on this device is 1.36 GHz Cortex A53 quad-core, and the GPU is Adreno 306. The chipset used is Snapdragon 410. Last but not the least, the battery on this device is outstanding. The 2470 mAh battery is providing at least 2 full days backup with normal to heavy uses and 1 full day with wireless on and heavy activities. There is no overheating during gaming, and overall the battery backup is excellent for an Android device. These are the sensors. Almost all the basic sensors are present, and there are a few added ones for the motion gestures. Well, we are almost at the end of this in-depth review, and overall this Motorola Moto G 3rd generation is a complete package at only 13,000 rupees, and it's a good phone for gaming, photography, watching movies, and the look of this phone is also great. The build quality is decent and there is added water resistance which might be helpful in rainy days. The interface is super fast, and compared to other devices with custom interface, the swiftness and the reliability of the interface will be longer. This is the wallpaper I'm using. It's called Cookie HD Optic Balls, and it's not available on the Play Store, so try One Mobile Market. Well, this is the end of this review. I hope that you have found this video very helpful. Then please consider subscribing and liking this video, because I'll be uploading a lot more videos on this Moto G3. You can buy this phone from Flipkart. I have added a Flipkart link in the description below. The camera samples will be on my site and also on my Facebook page, facebook.com/gadgetsportal. Well, that's all for now guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Keep in touch, and I'll be really grateful if you subscribe as well.